Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jackie. My channel is Budget Life Millionaires by 40. Me and my husband are on a journey to become net worth millionaires by the time we turn 40. I just had a birthday on the 8th of January. So now I'm 37. My husband's still 36 currently. He will be turning 37 in May. This is going to be our January budget for 2020. I already recorded this video, pre-recorded it, and it took forever, and it was like almost 30 minutes long. So I decided I would redo the video and make it shorter so you guys don't have to suffer through it. So I decided I'll just like uncover each category and how much we plan on our budget. This is also going to be a somewhat newer budget. The budget itself is still the same total at the end as last month and the last most of the year was. But I've changed some numbers around for certain things, and I will explain those through this video. So the first expense we have is going to be our mortgage. So the mortgage is going to be increasing. We're adding an extra $500 to add towards paying down our principal. And we decided to do this so that we could hopefully pay our house off in 5 years and not have a mortgage payment. So that would increase our cash flow so that in 5 years we could add more towards retirement. We currently do add some money to retirement and investments, but we could be financially free of our mortgage would be amazing. And that's one of our big debts that we're trying to pay down. Another debt that we have is going to be our next one, and then that is our Melrose mortgage, which is a rental house. And currently we used to be paying, last year we paid every month an extra principal payment, but this year we decided to, instead of paying that one down, we'll add the extra $500 towards our house. And so now we are just currently paying what the mortgage company statement is, and we are not paying any extra towards principal. So that one's going to be $11.93. The next lines are groceries. Now groceries, we got I increased it a lot basically because I am now on a new diet. I'm back on my ketogenic diet. I did it a few years back in the summer before it was trendy, and I lost like 35 pounds. I did it for 3 months straight and lost 35 pounds. So I find it being it's a very good diet. It's just restrictive. It's hard to go out to eat, and so there's only a few places I can go and eat. So I increased my grocery budget since I have to actually make most of my food. So that is why it is at $400 now, instead of like it used to be probably 300 something, or 250 to 300, 350 if that. So that increased a lot. Next category is the Peachtree Utilities. That is another rental house that we have. It is in Washington State, and that is the basically utilities that we pay. We pay like a sewer bill, and then we also pay the insurance, and also we have to pay the property tax for that. Since we don't have a mortgage on it, we have to actually pay that out of pocket every year when it comes due. The property tax is paid twice a year, and the insurance is just once a year, and then we pay the sewer bill every 2 months. So it's there's 6 total payments every year for the sewer bill. So next, and then the tenant pays all the rest of the utilities. And the next one we have is going to be auto fuel. So auto fuel is a little higher this month because my husband's actually on vacation. He decided to go see his family for, since he hasn't seen them in a while. And so he drove to Indiana, where they're from, and decided to take a trip. So I added a little more towards our fuel because he was doing that. So that's why it's a little higher. I don't really use my car very much. I do use my car. I just don't go very far, because if I use it, I'm just going like to school and back, and it's not that far away. So, and I'll go and get groceries and stuff, but nothing's like super far away. I don't have to take long trips. So I just take a lot of short trips. So next line we have is home improvement. Home improvement budget kind of stayed the same. I think it was $200 last month. So that's just, little things that we have to improve in our house, maybe get our furnace service and stuff like that. And eventually, hopefully, we'll do like a remodel project. Once we pay down the house, we'll probably do a little more home improvement to improve areas of a house that we want to, but that's a way down the road. Right now we're just taking on little projects, minor projects. Next, we think we're going to do in the summer, we'll probably redo our front porch. So that's probably going to be part of the budget there, is from that home improvement. The next one is our natural gas bill. And that one went up a little bit, obviously, because it's becoming winter time and it's a little colder. And so we're heating our house more. And so that's $154. So the next one we have is our vet. I actually need to make a appointment for my cat. She has diabetes, and so our vet bill's always high. We also include her medications for that, so that's why it's at $150. Her medication and like syringes and stuff is really expensive, so it's $150 a month. We also have a dog and another cat, but our one cat with diabetes brings up our vet bill a lot, so that's going to be probably what we keep it at for the rest of the year, $150. Vacation fund is $142. Normally it's $150, but I just adjusted it to make it like an even amount, because we have a surplus from we have extra that's rolling into it that is going to be so increasing our vacation fund. So we have more than $142 obviously right now in our vacation fund, and hopefully we can have enough build up so that we can take our next vacation probably in the summer. The next one we have is going to be our cell phone bill, and that's for 2 cell phones by Sprint, our service. Basically, it's not it's not including any like payments towards paying off our phones. We have both of our phones paid off. They're both Samsung Galaxy S8s. They're still decently well. I think in February we'll have had them for 2 years total. So we're trying to keep them as long as we can. My husband recently just cracked his screen a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. But my phone's still kicking. I have no cracks in my screen, and I like my phone a lot. So hopefully we'll keep this for at least another year, or maybe even 2 if we can stretch it out. And I know it's an older generation now, but they're still really nice phones. So $106 is what we pay for 2 cell phones with unlimited everything. The internet. So the internet's a little high. It also includes some features like with our TV and stuff. So we don't have like super cable or anything, because if we had cable, probably even higher. But we have some channels, and the internet's $106 or $105 this month. Moving on, we have clothing, and clothing budget's staying at $100 a month. I'm trying not to spend too much on clothing, but I do need to buy a few more items to improve my business attire, business casual, business professional attire. So we're keeping it about $100. I'm also losing weight, so as I lose weight, I should be able to fit into more of the clothes I own. And so hopefully I won't have to go crazy and buy a lot of clothes. I'm going to try to buy mindfully and try to keep that budget in check. Thanks. And clothing I can get a little carried away with. I like to shop, so that's one of my budgets I need to become more restrictive on. So next line we have is our gifts. Gifts, I don't really have many gifts to buy this month, but we try to put a certain amount every month just to build it up. So by the end of the year, if we have my husband's birthday's coming up in May, I like to buy a present or something for my mom, so that'll go into that for Mother's Day and her birthday, and then my sister's birthday, and then we also have the wedding coming up in July for my sister. So that will also come into play when we give her a gift for that. And then also we like to build up our gift fund for Christmas. So that's why it's $100. We probably won't spend much of it. If I might have had a gift this month for my birthday. I'm not sure if I did allocate anything towards gifts, but I think that's that one. So gifts $100. Personal care is also $100. That includes haircuts, nails. I'm going to take a quick break from doing my nails. I'm probably going to do my own nails from now on, just to give myself a little relief there. Also, it includes like makeup and like hair products and all that stuff that I might buy at Sephora, or any like separate purchases I make, and instead of like buying stuff at the grocery stores. Usually when I buy stuff at the grocery stores, it all goes towards groceries because I can't really separate that out of the transaction. The next one we have is restaurants. Now the restaurants budget's way down low. It's only $100. We've already got over 50% of that already done. So basically, I put a lot of the money from the restaurant budgets into the groceries budget because I knew I couldn't eat out on this plan that I'm doing in the ketogenic diet. So I wanted to be able to not have to pay, put so much money towards the restaurants. So that's why it's $100 now, and hopefully we can keep to it. So far we're doing it very well. The electric's going to be $94. That's just what our bill was. So that was electric. It's probably about that every winter or so. It's usually around $100 or so. Auto insurance is $89. It's going to be about the same, $89 to $88. Basically what I do is I pay it twice a year, so semi-annually. And so I get a discount for doing that. And then when I show it in my budget, I just divide the amount that I paid by 6 so that you could see how much it would be if I paid it monthly. But I, got a discount, so now it's a little cheaper. So that's for 2 cars, fully covered. One's a 2012 car and one's a 2015. So they're not, one's a little older and then obviously one's 5 years old. So they're not brand new cars, but they're reliable cars, and we plan on keeping them for a little while. And so the next one we have is going to be our auto service, and they're both paid off, by the way. Our auto service is going to be like, oil changes, anything that needs to get fixed on our cars to keep them running. So it's at $79 right now. It'll probably change to about $75 next month, I'm assuming. But I just rounded it up so I can make it an even number. But I do have a appointment to go get my car at least oil changed, maybe a tire rotation or something. Hopefully nothing's wrong with it, but I have it scheduled for this Wednesday to go get serviced. Next one we have is our home goods. It's $75 a month. It's basically, stuff for the house, like furniture or accessories or anything we want to do to, add to our house. Like that way, sometimes I'll put, like if I buy stuff at Target, I buy a lot of like stuff that's like home related at Target. I'll just put my, like whatever I buy at Target, I'll just throw it towards the home goods because I assume some of that is at least home goods, if not all of it. The next one's going to be your utilities. Utilities is basically our water bill, and I believe it's also trash and like I think it's just trash and water, or maybe it's sewer too. I'm not sure, but they charge us based off how much water we use, basically. So I'm assuming it's mostly the water bill. So $74, which is about normal for us. Coffee shops. So coffee shops is $55. It's a little high. I'm going to probably drop that in February, but it's high because my husband still drinks coffee from Starbucks and stuff, and he just got the Starbucks reward card, like not a credit card, but became a member. I've been a member for like 9 years or something, so I have gold card, but he just got it, and so he's been buying more Starbucks coffee lately, and I'm trying not to buy too much. I like it, but I used to work there, so I kind of get old. It kind of gets tiring after a while, but since I'm on my ketogenic diet, I have to make mine specialized, so I'll end up getting just like regular iced coffees instead of lattes or anything fancy like that. So basically, we won't be spending as much in coffee shops, so I'm going to try to lower that next month. And the next one we have is alcohol. Now, alcohol, I can have alcohol in my diet, so I am leaving this there as amount because I know my husband likes to drink some too. But with alcohol on the ketogenic diet, we can only have like hard liquor, and so we probably won't. I'll probably lower this for next month and the next few months, but this is just a little higher because we spent a little more than we probably should have during the holidays. So we're trying to catch up and keep that down. So it'll probably go down to like $30 to $25 next month, I'm assuming. Fast food, $20. I just left that in there because my husband is on the road, so I figured I'd leave some money there so he could eat something on the road. I'm trying not to go to fast food joints at all, so my diet's not conducive to fast food. The next one we have is Netflix. Obviously, Netflix is one of our main entertainment sources, $13, and that's stayed the same for a while. And pet supplies, $8. So pet supplies, we actually have a slush fund left over from months before. We did spend like, I think it was $17 last month, so it's not as high anymore, but we just like to dedicate a little bit of money every month towards that. And that's basically stuff for like new toys and like maybe beds for the animals. Nothing like, usually I don't buy litter and cat food and dog food or something. I usually just, that all gets lumped into the grocery budget because that's where I usually buy it because it's cheaper there. But sometimes I'll buy like some of that stuff at PetSmart or something, and then I'll go into the pet supplies. But other than that, that usually goes into groceries. So pet supplies we don't really spend very often, but every once in a while we do. So I'll leave that down there at the bottom. Last one, or a couple last two we have is jewelry insurance. Now jewelry insurance is basically for like my wedding rings and like any jewelry that we have that, let's say my house caught on fire and we have extra protection. I believe it's only $3,000, but $3,000 should cover all my jewelry that is in the house, and hopefully I don't burn down. I have my, rings, so I shouldn't worry about my rings getting ruined from a fire because I'll hopefully be wearing them. And but also if we were like out and about somewhere and I got robbed or something, then it would cover my rings also. So that's why we have jewelry protection, jewelry insurance, in case something crazy happens, and there's no deductible for that. So that's awesome. So next one we have is going to be education, and it is $0. I usually get, so I go to school full time, and I am, I am I was in the Navy, so I go to school full time and I use my GI Bill. The GI Bill usually sends a stipend for books and supplies, and I usually just add that towards education. So we have a surplus in education funds. So when I spend money like on our books and textbooks and stuff, that'll go into the actual budget right here. So I don't really allocate extra money because when I get paid, I just kind of throw it in there. It's not really affecting our income because I only get it every couple months, or twice a year basically. So when that gets in there, then that's there, and then I keep track of what I spend for education, also for tax purposes. So last but not least, we have my total, and the total is going to be $8,500. It's the same as last year. Basically, we had that pretty much most of the year, $8,500. So that's going to be the end of my January 2020 budget review, or it's not a review, it's budget with me basically. And so if you liked my channel, also I'm going to be doing this, the budget review will be the next one I'll probably end up doing, where I put the actuals, the plus and minuses. And then the other videos that I like to do at the end of January will be, let me flip to it. It's going to be our debt pay down video. So this is our new setup for the debt pay down video. Obviously I don't have anything written in here, but I'll write it for the debt pay down. And so that's the cute little page for that. And then the next one video that I'll also do at the end of every month will be our, of course, net worth. So this will be the page that I'll start putting our net worth for 2020. It is getting up there. We're getting closer and closer to our goal. So if you like my channel, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again later soon at the end of, or in February probably. Bye guys. Thanks.